I just see Jeff from Vegsource just made a video against Doug Graham, saying that some kind of fraud and accusations, but I think that's not doing his website Vegsource much of a service. It's gonna create controversy, but yeah, Nathan Pritkin, it's his ratio. 955 was before that, I read. It's a sports thing, right? About performance. And what am I seeing? Nathan Pritkin was not vegan. Nathan Pritkin has chicken and meat and just lowers the amount of it in his diet. And what have I seen from Jeff of Vegsource? What have I seen from the Vegsource site and the debate between, or not even a debate, it's a mess now, right? But it was a mess for a while. But what happened was, look at the lens, was, yeah, Harley trolled it really hard. They made a big deal about, maybe Doug's mistake is he didn't take credit for blocking out Harley's stuff, and he piggybacked. He gave a lot of support, whatever, to promote himself, I suppose, and his methods, and but to infuse hygiene into the standard American vegan diet crowd, you're gonna hit resistance. These people aren't gonna understand hygiene. They're gonna get offended. I get people deleting and blocking me all the time just for saying I wouldn't eat garlic and onions, because I love garlic and onions because the stimulation they get from it. I mean, I used to think garlic and onion was medicine, and it is medicine, but I don't do medicine anymore because I realize medicine can only suppress the symptoms, not address the cause. I wonder how this is going to plan out now, because it's more low blows on Doug. But as was told to me by David Klein, Doug had an assistant, Laura, I believe, or Lauren, or something like that, her name was, and she's on my Facebook. I haven't seen her in a while. I mean, not everybody's active on Facebook. But he said he told Doug to write a book. A book, right? The 80-10-10 book eventually is what got written. And he's got his own version. He calls it the AAA diet, right? Everybody's got their own version. There's someone else called it the Beverly Hills diet. There's someone else calls it Healthology. Someone else calls it the Grape Cure. Someone else calls it, originally it was called orthopathy. And, natural hygiene is the word, it's like, it was decided on by I don't know where there's the International Hygiene Society, but is that actually active, much like the General Semantics American Society? There's some, infighting happens. So, how long did I make the video? 3 minutes? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh well. The truth, that's what I was saying about Jeff. I've seen him at Whole Foods. He makes a lot of compromises. He's eating maybe not the healthiest foods. I don't know, Jeff never really made much videos before, but Vegsource, he's thinking to come out now. And what he removed Doug as the admin on that group because Doug claimed that Jeff was the one deleting the post when Harley was trolling it heavily to really say, oh, Doug hurts people, Doug kills people, Doug this, that. Yeah, that's issues between Doug and Leah. Everybody else wants to be involved in that and use that to make a putative force situation. Even Don Bennett, making up words for me and Doug doesn't want to hit hard. He says, I don't want to name names, but you got it. Not you got it, but when you name names, when you come out strong, your case is better, because you're showing what the deal is. I mean, this is a battle, and to be a battler, play it like Lauren Lockman maybe at some level. He doesn't, and even David Klein, they don't use all the MVC tools they know, even Doug, but if you do, empathy is what matters, and then these situations don't come into these conflicts and silliness. I don't know. I hope Ronnie uploads these videos, that interview I did with him, soon, because I think that's going to put a lot more excitement and interest into what the background things are going on here. But the war between standard American vegan diet, which isn't vegan to the human, and 80-10-10, which comes from natural hygiene, who started veganism to do something for the animals, and the abolition movement, because Watson was really more health for himself and humans. And there was care for the animals. There's Henry Salt and what he said, in that video I read. But, yeah, there we go. Let's keep this under 5 minutes. Peace, fam. Yeah, Lee Gaines made a good video on composting in the wild today. That's the way to do sheet mulch. Just throw it out there for the wild, compost is great. Build soil, humans. Our job is to collect fruit. Transport seeds. Yeah. Peace. Natural hygiene, 80-10-10. Yeah, don't stick with whole numbers anyways. It's not about the whole numbers. It's whole, fresh, ripe. Go into TC Fry, he's the source. Going to Shelton, he's a source. Going to Tilden, he's a source. It's a progression of growth. And when people claim things, like David Wolf says, I'm not raw, I'm not vegan, I don't do sports, but I brought raw vegan to sports. It's like, people try to be grandiose, and it's humbleness. It helps, to have more ease in life, and they're not going to have so much conflict. But hey, if you're going to be conflict, swing hard. Even violence is a way to meet the need for nonviolence. It's trying to meet your need for peace, but it's just a tragic way because you're not taking into account other people's needs for well-being. And but when we all consider each other more, we have larger, better outcomes. That is for 555.